Hello, 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 everybody. It is Matt, and it is Scary Saturday, and I am back at you with yet another review. Before I roll on to any of that, I want to wish each and every one of you a great morning, evening, dawn, day, or dusk, all that lovely stuff, because life really is too short as is. Do me a really huge favor and like, share, and subscribe. I love seeing your beautiful faces when I am here. I know it's an awful lot, but I have an awful lot on my plate to review. But with all that said in mind, I got one last little tidbit of information, which is in the description box. I give you your brief synopsis, your starring cast, your director, your runtime of the cut I am watching, a link for a trailer, a link for where you can buy this bad boy, and a link for where, if you decide, you can help support the channel and toss me a couple of bucks and help support Matt's Movie Mania. If you do that, that would be very much appreciated. Any little bit helps. It definitely goes towards things for the set, goes towards movies for me to review, goes towards posters, goes towards whatever, goes towards anything for the channel. Now that I got that out of the way, let's roll on to the film of the day. And today's came out back in 2015, just got a re-release just recently, known as it's run under a couple of different titles. It originally ran under the title Fluid Boy. Then it went over to Death Cam, and now it is known as Tortured 2 Fluid Boy. You can get it off of Dark Side Releasing. I believe that's who is doing it. I gave you the link for it. It is available on Amazon. That is a 2-pack that you get with that. That is both parts 2 and part 3, which part 3 is Visions of Filth. Both are directed by Jason Impey, none other than the great UK director that I have grown very, very fond of reviewing his films. This one is definitely no slouch when it comes to his style of filmmaking. He definitely knows what he wants, both in front of the camera and behind the camera, and knows how to get that. And I definitely am a huge fan of his, and love everything that he sends my way. Which, by the way, next week I will be reviewing another one of his films, which I cannot wait to dive into. Either way, his stuff is just absolutely brilliant, fun. It's not for everybody type films, but they are definitely for people that like things that are off the beaten path, like their underground films to be dark, violent, and very melancholic. Because each and every one of his movies are very deep and dark. They leave you with a sense of dread, a sense of forgiving on humanity. They always give you a certain style of disliking your bad guys. He has a very good job of making you dislike the baddies in every one of his films, even if you are somewhat partial to them. Like with Terrorize, I liked the bad guys in that a lot, although they are so dislikable and so dastardly that you definitely sympathize more with the victims than you do with the captors. So definitely, it's very interesting. So what is this movie exactly about? It's about a girl who is going in to have a audition for a movie. It was, I believe, zombie something or other. Either way, it's a zombie film that she is going in and auditioning in front of Maximilian and Jason Impey, their characters. They're very interesting characters. Jason plays the director, of course. Maximilian plays the star. Jason's character, right away when you meet him, you find out that he is very frustrated with this character, with this Maximilian character, because he is a very just kind of an asshole, very stuck in on himself, and loves to make other people's lives hell in the process. Because when every time that they have an audition, he does something that happens to ruin the audition, and it chases away whatever talent or prospect that they have sitting in front of them. So they get down in there, and they're starting the audition, and Maximilian throws a banana at the girl and tells her to start performing oral copulation on it, essentially saying that she's going to be giving a zombie a blowjob. She reluctantly starts to kind of get into the thing, and then things quickly go horribly awry shortly thereafter. He throws another banana at her and tells her, "Oh no, now it's a threesome," and things just really are going south very fast. She is very unappreciative of what's going on and wants to leave. So she starts to gather her belongings, and she's starting to leave. As she is going, Jason is following her and decides he's going to not only shut the door but lock it and close the curtains. And in turn, Maximilian ends up hitting her upside the head in the face area type, with the one of several cameras that they are using. And it knocks her out cold. And then you start to get into the torture and the reason why they call him Fluid Boy, because he gives her a bath in many different fluids. One being brown, one being golden, one other being the pearly white stuff. Yes, he definitely covers her all over her face and chest with his man glaze. It gets pretty gross in that aspect. At one point, he even takes her into another room, and that's when he decides to give her the golden shower, and then he decides he's going to start cutting her, cuts off her hand, rapes her, and then eventually that's when the ultimate demise of our actress is performed. End of film. I'm not going to give you any like big juicy details. I just basically gave you a very rough outline of what happens, mostly because I think that this is definitely one you got to see to believe. As I like to say, this definitely is not Jason's best work, but it is still very much watchable, very good, very perfect for somebody who wants something really messed up for the Halloween season. It is definitely perfect for that. It definitely is gross in places. It definitely will make you cringe. It definitely will make you not like our bad guys, as I was saying earlier, because at some points you do kind of sympathize with Jason's character, but then you realize, no, he's actually kind of enabling Maximilian to do this stuff because he is continuously filming everything, even though he is arguing with him about every single aspect of making a snuff film, because that's what they ultimately decide to do. Since they're not going to get to do their audition for their zombie film, they're going to make a snuff film, and it's in place. it's extremely predictable. It is one of those kinds of movies. Like, you know what routes things are going to go in. You don't know exactly what they're going to do, but you know what route that they're going to go, and eventually what's going to happen. It's like the outcome is definitely predictable, but it's not one of those like mind thinking type of movies to where you really have to like sit down and write a master thesis about it, because it's straightforward, straight in your face, right to the point, balls to the wall kind of movie. It definitely is everything I was hoping it would be, and it delivered. So, on to the three things that I like my movies to meet. Audio always is good in Jason's films, whether they are older or newer. I never have a problem misunderstanding what is being said. They always have very good audio. It's always crisp and clean, and never lags. Has weird little bumps in it. It never sounds like the sounds are muffling out. It's really, honestly, it's grade A material. So it gets an A plus on that end. Onto dialogue. Dialogue is always fun in Jason's movies. I always enjoy to see what he has written for his characters to say and do. I wonder how much of this was improvised, how much of it wasn't. There's definitely parts of it that I feel like might have been improvised just slightly, a little bit. Especially on Maximilian's character. He is very over the top and flamboyant in some ways. He's very arrogant, and some of the things that he does, it's like, was that written, or did it just kind of like pop out of nowhere and he just decided to go with it type of thing. So I'm gonna give it an A plus on dialogue. So it definitely delivers as usual with every Jason Impey film. On to editing. Editing is always the crown jewel of everything that Jason ever touches. I think he always has masterful editing done in all of his films, whether it was from Psychos to Psychos, Terror, I say movie. Devour, is that what it was called? Or Feast or something? I can't remember. I have done so many of his films now that I forget names. And I've done films for his friends as well. So, whether it be from his earlier work to his more modern work, he always has very good editing, and there's never any like weird lagging moments that don't make sense. No like goofy jump cuts, no like places that feel like it doesn't fit. There's no weird continuity errors or anything along that nature. Being that he's using as many cameras as he's using in this, I feel like he did a fantastic job editing everything together, because I think they counted like 5 or 6 cameras being used at one point or another, like around the room, because there's a lot of different footage and different styles of film being edited together. So I give him a plus on editing. So I'm going to give this thing a 4 out of 5. It is a home run out of the park. It is a touchdown. It is a goal. It is everything that you want your home team to do. They successfully won the game, and they are now having their celebration, and this is now what a successful celebration should look like. So thank you once again from the bottom of my heart, Jason, for allowing me to review this. I think it is a very good film. It is definitely something to hang your hat upon. Granted, I feel like Terrorize and Visions of Filth are definitely better films all around. But this is definitely very, very good. So definitely check out Fluid Boy, aka Death Cam, aka Tortured 2. It is well worth every bit of your time, well worth every penny. I think that you will definitely enjoy this movie for everything that it is. So on to my outro. I'm gonna get the hell out of here. I love your faces, and as always, peace.